Shalom. Shalom and welcome to the White Rose Family Channel. My name is Symmanayah if you're tuning in for the first time. The subject of this episode is laundry time. I believe that many people, if you hear the term laundry time, right away you start thinking about washing clothes. There may be some among us who will think about washing a car or a vehicle that they use. But laundry time are two words that talk about washing something. Something needs to be washed. And believe it or not, if you get 100 people and ask them what the laundry time means, you may just get several different meanings. Why is this important? For someone that's pursuing righteousness, someone that's seeking to grow strong under Abba Yahuah. Let's unpack this and see what values do laundry time, talking about it, has for us, for you, for me, for those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father. Using words silently or verbally, have you given thought to what's happening? What's happening with your actions? What's happening with what you say? Who's listening? Who's looking? Is that the true you? Or do they see you imitating someone else? These factors come into play, my brothers and sisters. Each day we live, things are seen and are unseen. They are occurring whether we understand it or not. We are given many opportunities. Each opportunity given comes with laundry time. Time to clean it up. Time to do it better. Time to get it better. In order to be satisfying to the Almighty Father. In other words, it's given because the Almighty Father has made a choice to let us polish it up, clean it up, present it in a way that's becoming to one another. My brothers and sisters, all too often, there are those who carry themselves and don't care about how they look, but there are those who do. And there are those in between. Some want to do better. Some want to do okay. But either way, we can always build on the things we learn, the things we do, the things we say. My brothers and sisters, let's begin with these words. Psalms 51:7. I'm reading from the eSword Scripture version. It says, "Cleanse me with hyssop, and I am clean. Wash me, and I am whiter than snow." Whiter than snow. How do we get whiter than snow? How do the Almighty Father washes us? This we will learn. We will talk about in this section. 51:10 say, "Create in me a clean heart, O Elohim, and renew a steadfast spirit within me." My brothers and sisters, if we are satisfied with the way we are, what difference does that make to another? Oftentimes, we don't know. Oftentimes, we don't care. Some of us do. Laundry time can make a big difference when it comes to talk about coming together in unity. If someone is offended by you, by your words, by your actions, and they stay close to you, will they not cause those same behaviors that they have to spill over on you? Possibly. Maybe not. Laundry time. A time to get it better. A time to wash it, to clean it, to make the corrections. Proverbs 16:2-4 says this, All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but Yahuwah weighs the spirit. Commit your works to Yahuwah, and your plans shall be established. Yahuwah has made all for his purpose, and also for his wrong, for the day of evil. Now, is that saying Yahuwah is making wrong? No. He's not making it wrong. What you've done is wrong. He made it wrong by making you aware, making us aware that it is wrong. There's a generation clean in its own eyes, but not washed from its own filth. This is dangerous, my brothers and sisters. End times are here. Things are happening. Have a person change the way they communicate, the way they act around you? Is it for the better or for the worse? The Almighty Yahuwah has chosen to be recognized by His Word Yahusha. In the coming days, we will grow to fall in sync with the desires of our Father Yahuwah through the use of His Word Yahusha. Believe it or not, this requires work. It requires actions. It requires behaviors for us to see, not just talk about, to see. Laundry time. Laundry time is a time to make a difference, my brothers and sisters. There's so much to clean, correct, in order to bring unity among Yashar'al. Laundry time will prove to be needed for building unity. You know, we talk about unity quite a bit, but do we talk about what it takes to bring unity to Yashar'al? Do we talk about who needs to be purged? Do we talk about who needs to be in one position versus another? Our words and actions will be addressed to bring the correctness ordered by Abba Yahuah. Come with me, my brothers and sisters, to Ezekiel 36:24. Ezekiel 36:24 and 25 reads as this: "And I shall take you from among the nations, and I shall gather you out of all the lands, and I shall bring you into your own land, and I shall sprinkle clean water on you. And you shall be clean from all your filthiness and from all your idols. I cleanse you." You see, my brothers and sisters, when it comes to washing and cleaning, our Father Yahuwah, through His Word Yahusha, works us, teaches us, guides us. It goes on to say, "And I shall give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you. And I shall take the heart of stone out of your flesh, and I shall give you a heart of flesh and put my spirit within you. And I shall cause you to walk in my laws and guard my rights rulings and shall do them." This requires us recognizing that laundry time exists. My brother, my sister, my family, there are things that people say and do. There are subjects we talk about. But maybe, in some cases, we take the wrong pose, the wrong position. Laundry time is a good thing. It's a time to make it better. Allow me to continue with Hebrews 10:19 and 20. Hebrews 10:19 and 20 reads, "So brothers, having boldness to enter into the set-apart place by the blood of Yahusha, by a new and living way which He instituted for us through the veil, that is his flesh. How is his flesh revealed? By Yahuah manifesting his word before us, by him shedding his blood, bringing atonement. That veil covers our sin. He purchased us into life everlasting. How many understand what actually happens when we recognize the atonement of Yahusha, the atoning blood? It goes on to say in 10:21 and 22, it says this, and having a high priest over the house of Elohim, let us draw near with a true heart in completeness of belief, having our hearts sprinkled from a wicked conscience and our bodies washed with clean water. Clean water. I say to you, my brother, my sister, the Almighty Father does well. When he gives us breath to live, as it reads in Deuteronomy 8:3, that man lives by the word of Yahuah, his word. He believes that we can do better. We grow into the wisdom, the knowledge, the set apartness that he presents before us. Sure, we'll stumble because the flesh is warring against the spirit. By now, we can see that the Almighty Father, Yahuah, wants us clean. He provides us with the ability to not only use laundry time for ourselves, but also make it available for others. We wash what we can regarding the person in the mirror and those we come in contact with. We wash, we clean. It's time to realize that laundry time is a good thing. Imagine being made new countless times. What do you think that does for us? Making us new. Oops, I made a mistake. Oops, I forgot. Oops, I did not see that. But to be made new is a wonderful thing. It gives us vitality. It gives us the desire to want to be present, seen, recognized, being made new. Laundry time, my brothers and sisters. Being made new is a miraculous thing that we very often ignore. We spend more time fighting to keep stuff than learning how to let it go. You see people fighting, arguing, trying to preserve their ego. What do you think about that? Yashar'al, my brothers and sisters, come with me to 1 Peter 1:22 and 23. Let me read it to you. It says, now that you have cleansed your lives in obeying the truth through the Spirit to unfeigned brotherly love, love one another fervently with a clean heart that's made new, my brothers and sisters. It says, having been born again, not of corruptible seed, but incorruptible, through the living word of Elohim, which remains forever. Laundry time, the cleaning word of Yahuah. Is he working in vain? My brother, he goes on to say, because all flesh is as grass, and all esteem of man as the flower of the grass. The grass withers and the flower falls away. But the word of Elohim remains forever. And this is the word announced as good news to you. Yahusha. Hallelujah for his word, Yahusha. There's no Trinity. And many people don't understand. And Yahuwah's actions and words He functioned in a way for us to understand him, obey him, be as he would have us to be. Methods chosen for laundry time are different in many ways. It is important to have a mind to serve the Almighty Father Yahuah through His Word Yahusha, to fully understand what must be done. Because a person don't understand, instead of saying they don't understand, they take a position and they run into confusion. They run into disputes, debates that are unnecessary. Yashar'al, my brothers and sisters, let us begin to be prayerful, mindful of the laundry time that we have, what needs to be corrected, what needs to be cleaned. So many have placed the name of Yahusha on the side or just ignored him altogether. This is dangerous and cannot go unaddressed. There are promises that the Almighty Father has made. And in these promises, my brothers and sisters, there are things we must do. And in these things we must do, we must learn how to do them correctly. In order to witness the ways of Abba Yahuah become magnified, we must acknowledge Yahusha, his word. We must acknowledge it is through the word of Yahuah that life changes, that we get better. Become a participant in laundry time. Take the time, yes, time, and receive these words as an opportunity for a clean life. What will you do with the time Abba Yahuah gives you? Do we give thought to that? Or do we step back and watch a brother or sister fight, argue? Do we step back and watch a brother or sister walk around unclean and not try to help them? We have an obligation to help one another, to work with one another, to work together, to work in the ways that the Almighty Father has set forth, to teach as he say teach, to receive, to learn as he would have us learn. Laundry time is a big task, and it comes daily. Do not get exhausted with it. Receive it with thanksgiving, my brothers and sisters. What will you do with the time that Abba Yahuah gives you? We can discuss what we say or do endlessly. The challenge we face is actually working our mouths and actions together. You see, there are a lot of people who talk, but their actions don't match their words. There are those among us who work to believe in what is true and walk in the ways of set apartness as we believe Abba Yahuah would have us. For those who are trying, for those who desire, they will receive more help. We will receive more help. We will come closer together, Yashar'al. For as end times get closer, we will get closer. We will get to that point, that place, that promised land that Abba Yahuah has designated for his children to be upon his physical return. We could discuss what we say and or do endlessly, but the challenge we face is actually working our mouths and actions together. Let's do that. Were they together? Do you do that? Is that something you think is important? In other words, working to get our words and actions in sync with righteousness, my brothers and sisters. This is something that is important. In order to be renewed, there must be a cleaning. A cleaning that occurs daily brings about the results expected from Abba Yahuah. Rise up, my brothers and sisters, and realize that. Let each of us, many of us know that it takes focus and the willingness to go through the process of laundry time. Yes, the machine works in most cases. If you're thinking about washing clothes, whatever you're thinking about washing, whatever tools are necessary to bring about that cleaning should be in good shape. And then we look at spiritually, just as we look at things physically, naturally, we should look at things spiritually. Work in us, work in our minds, our bodies, to govern ourselves in a way that is clean. Govern ourselves in a way that's pleasing to Abba Yahuah. Laundry time, my brothers and sisters. Let us teach one another the value of being washed by the word of Yahuah, which comes in Yahusha's name. He will be brought off the shelf. Yashar'al, my brothers and sisters. This word might seem simple, but laundry time is important. It is something that we must recognize occurs daily. Take a look at Ephesians 5:25 through 27. Ephesians, I'm almost done. Not long. Just want to bring some attention to the word laundry time. Ephesians 5:25 to 27 says, husbands. Now, this chapter, the literal, it begins with saying how, it mentions how Yahusha takes care of his assembly. But most people read this and think it's only talking about literal husband and wife. But I say to you, my brothers and sisters, it's talking about Yahusha's relationship with us, his children, his bride, us. And then it goes on to husband and wife. Husband, love your wives as Messiah also did love the assembly and gave himself for it. You see that? In order to set it apart and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. See, it's by the words we speak to one another that sometimes causes us to appreciate one another a little bit better and get closer to each other a little bit better. In order to present it to himself a splendid assembly, not having spot or wrinkle or any of this sort, but that it might be set apart and blameless. See, the words of Yahusha, this is Yahuwah's word working in us, through us. Everything we say does not have to be quoted from the scriptures or the text, but it should line up and connect with the text in the scriptures. For it is the spirit of Yahusha that brings life to the word. That's through us, in us, one towards another. Yashar'al, Yashar'al. Things are about to get intense. It's going to require us to recognize, what did we do during laundry time? Did we run from it? Did we want to remain dirty? Or do we work to be better, to be cleaner, to be washed? Do we go and be washed by the word, washed by the blood of the Lamb? Consider Revelation 7:14. It reads, and I said to him, Master, you know, and he said to me, these are those coming out of the great distress, having washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Wash. This is something that the Almighty Father expects to do with us. This is his desire, to clean us, to make us better. Don't fight. Don't come with excuses. This is something presented to us. Are you made better today? Well, one thing that is better, you're alive. You have an opportunity to be better, to get it better. You have the ability because Abba Yahuah has breathed life into you, given us a chance to do it better and even better and even better. Laundry time is not something to take for granted, nor should we neglect the process. Let us begin to see the words that Yahuah set forth before us. Begin to see the work that is required. Begin to recognize all that is expected. Let us begin to see and accept the things that are necessary to be correct. It is also important to know that we help each other during laundry time. It's a process. It's work. But it produces something beautiful, acceptable. You see, my brothers and sisters, sometimes the things we think are not necessary, not important, are. Sometimes the things we say, I hate to do laundry. But when you think about the outcome, clothes look better, car look better, your vehicle look better. If you're cleaning your house, it looks better. If you're cleaning up your act and what you say or do, you look better. And if it's definitely a reflection of the way Abba Yahuah has instilled in us, on us, we definitely look better. And then is it us? Or is it Yahuah, the Almighty One, the Most High? For it is He who knows what it takes to make us better. It is He who knows the ultimate laundry time. It is He who can give us the strength and the life to make it through laundry time. Rise up, O Yashar'al. Rise up and encourage one another. My brother, my sister, Abba Yahuah loves us. He loves you. He loves me. Know that laundry time is needed and will be received. Trust and believe Abba Yahuah will discipline those whom He loves. He will make us better with each moment that He gives us. And for those who do not become better, He take us home. And for those who are outside of set apartness, they have something waiting for them, some sooner than later. Yashar'al, my brothers and sisters, look at laundry time. Look at it seriously. Accept, let us receive laundry time, knowing that it's going to make us better. That's all I have for this time. But think about it. Pray about it. What's your laundry time looking like? Are you getting tired? Or are you looking at what happens afterwards and smiling? My prayer, O Yashar'al, is that you, and when I say Yashar'al, these are those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father. My prayer for us is that we learn to receive the correctness quicker than trying to fight with excuses. And that will make a big difference, especially for such a time as this. On that note, I'll stop right here and say to you, thank you if you listened from beginning to end. Share, subscribe, like. Understand that Yahuwah is spirit everywhere at all times, and that Yahuwah manifests his word before us in the name of Yahusha. There's an order of service that Yahuwah has set forth for us to communicate with him. This is how we grow stronger. Let the laundry time have its place, work its process, and you'll see, my brothers and sisters, that life will begin to get even better. On that note, be encouraged. Shalom.